Okay.
So
Let's start with the obvious. What was the first game that you played?
just a moment. Let me start stream. Clara, you have to get out of here. You're not going to be on stream again.
Yeah, you know how Twitch reacts to females, so.
I think Twitch reacts quite well to females,
That's
Ben.
the problem. They react too well.
But that'll get follows.
Yeah, but not for the reason you want.
Leave. all right. What should I title it? What should I title the stream information?
Attempting to record a podcast. Or attempting to make a podcast. How about that?
I'm gonna title it podcast.
No, don't do that.
I'm not. I won't.
What would you put it under? Just chatting or?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't crack my knuckles directly next to my mic.
You can try.
I mean, I already cracked my knuckles, but...
Do it again.
I'm trying my best.
Alright.
Did you hear any of that?
Nope.
Awesome.
So you're good.
Oh wait, I have crisp on. Duh. Of course you're not gonna hear any of that.
And my camera is not good, so I better just make small movements. Okay.
Yeah, my camera's not great either, considering I'm using my phone and I put it on a shelf above me.
Honestly, it's probably better than mine.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, like, that's what it looks like in Discord. Right, we're gonna start.
Okay.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
This is me and my friend Ben's podcast. He is otherwise known as the Dead Banana or Bitrate Benny on Twitch.
Fastlane Gaming.
You should go, or Fastlane Gaming. You should go follow him on YouTube and on Twitch because he's a pretty cool guy and he does games.
Sometimes, every so often.
Yeah. So this is our podcast, name to be decided.
Better not
fully.
Be podcast. I swear to God.
No, it's not gonna be podcast unless people want it to be podcast.
I don't care if people want it to be podcast. It will not be podcast.
Okay, you can say that.
I can
always.
Mm.
Okay. All right.
Let me just check my recording settings one more time, just to be safe. Yeah.
It's gonna be on YouTube, right? This is gonna be on YouTube.
Hell yeah. Probably.
Nice.
Eventually, once I do stuff. Yeah.
All right. So, shoot away. Shoot me a question.
What was the first game or games you played?
I think the first game that I played I think it was on an old Game Boy that I found in my basement, actually. It was a Lord of the Rings video game.
Really?
It was not... It was, like, the most 8-bit game you have ever seen. Like, classic, though. It was... Oh, man, I loved that Game Boy. I think I got, like, a Looney Tunes game on there. I loved that thing. I don't ever know where it went. I think it just disappeared.
Did you ever have a Leapster?
I did.
Those were the best. Those were the good stuff.
It was.
And they had like cartridges and there were so many different... It was wild.
It was a big thing too.
Yeah. There was... Okay. So, my first experience with Leapsters was I had, like, the original, like, classic. But then at some point, I think both me and my sister ended up getting, like, a newer, like, a Leapster, New Age, whatever. And it had a USB, like, cord included. And you would connect it to, like, a computer. And there was, like, a website that you would do stuff in. And it was just, like, it was, like, the... child version of The Sims, essentially, but with frogs.
Did it look like a scam?
No, it
looked shady.
It didn't look shady at all. It looked really well made.
Really?
It's just, yeah.
That's cool.
I just want to say, Leapsters, like, they had the shoulder buttons before they were cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and they had a
Did you ever
stylus.
have Did you ever have like one of those Leapfrog reading pens?
No, I can't say I did. What?
They weren't. It wasn't like a game or anything. Oh man, it was weird. When you said, yeah, when you were talking about Leapfrog, I thought about that. Like, we still have ours. Like, you know, it's where you get this like weird pen and it has like a reader in it, and then like you have to get specific books for it, but um it like reads them, and like the entire page is like a massive QR code, so then it's programmed to say certain things when you do it, and you gotta down it's way complicated, but it helped teach me to read.
What?
Yeah.
That's whack. Yeah.
It is. I'll have to show you it sometime. It's, oh man, it's weird. But yeah, like the entire page was like a massive QR code, and then like specific to where you touched on the page, it was say different things.
There we go. Okay. Yeah.
Yay.
Aside from like Leapfrog, before I played on like a Leapfrog, because that was like the second I guess game that I played. My very first experience with gaming was the obvious combination of Elmo's Number Journey and Tekken Tag. You know, the duality of man learning and killing. Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
it was it PS1 or PS2? I think it was PS2. I would play Tekken Tag with my dad, and he would just, you know, carry me because I was like 5 years old. But it was really great.
Oh yeah, I remember, man, the first kind of like violent game that I played was Halo 3. Like, so my cousin actually got an Xbox, a new Xbox 360, and so he gave us his old Xbox 360. And so my dad bought Halo 3 for it, and he taught me how to play it. He taught me how to do all the things, and so I quickly died a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes, you do.
but I loved that game, and one night when my parents were out, I actually played that game, and I told my babysitter that it was okay that I was playing it alone, even though it was the one with like the flood, and so I was a little bit creeped out with that. Actually, I don't think I ever beat the game, but
yeah, that's to be expected. God, I can't get it to stay put. Sorry, I'm just having mouse problems. Yeah, let's just put it there. That can't possibly cause problems. Yeah, there we go. Okay, continue. Sorry.
But but when my parents came home, they were like really mad at me that I played Halo without Dad.
How dare you play without your father?
Oh yeah, but it was really fun. What do you think was what was your first experience with like a first person shooter kind of?
God, okay. So my parents were really close friends with this other couple who had but at the time of my being like 7 or 8, they had like 3 teenage boys that were all in high school, getting close to college. And
yeah.
So they would, you know, go over hang out with the couple. My parents would, and I would just kind of get thrown onto the teenage boys as, you know, just babysit the kid. He's young boy, you can entertain him. And so obviously we did, you know, like Beyblades and whatever, but at one point I went downstairs, like, I don't remember why, I was probably bored, and I saw 2 of them playing, I don't even know what game it was. It was like, it could have been Battlefield, it could have been COD, I don't know. But yeah, they were just playing together, and I just kind of sat there and watched them. And then I threw up in the car ride home. Something chilly.
Nice.
Yeah. But that was my very first experience with an FPS.
Made you puke in the car.
What?
Made you puke in the car. No.
I'm pretty sure it was the chili, but maybe I don't know.
Maybe it was the FPS. Too many
Maybe
frames per second on those old consoles, you know?
maybe the boys prepared the chili and their brains were so like melted from all the video game playing that they put something in the chili that they shouldn't have because they weren't paying attention, and that's what caused me to throw up. You know, maybe.
With the liquefied version of tear gas into the chili.
Wait, wait. What do you mean liquefied? I mean, it's
I mean, like,
liquefied until it gets released.
Yep.
Okay.
Hi, Mom. We're
What's
doing a podcast.
Are you just gonna have every family member pop in at some point?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that I am.
So you're down to your younger sister and Corin, right?
They're both sleeping, so we're not gonna see an appearance from them tonight.
Alrighty.
I mean, like, you can see my brother's name behind me.
That's a good point.
Corin. I wonder if people thought my name was Corin before I told them.
Maybe. If they did, at least they'd have the C part, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, did you, like, in grade school, what was your experience, if any, with Pokemon cards? Because, you know, everybody has experiences with Pokemon cards.
What? Yeah, when I was, so my mom hated them. I loved them. Like, I used to be really, like, I had so much fun. Like, I tried to play, like, the games. I even looked up how to play it, but I didn't actually ever do it right. You know, when we would have, so I had, like, a whole binder of them. They disappeared one day, and I don't know where they went, but, do you remember, like, so at your elementary school, did you ever have, like, on, like, rainy days, like, free time when you would sit inside and, like, play with the stuff that your teacher had in the back?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. So we would have a bunch of Legos, and since everyone at that age was, like, super big into Pokemon and stuff like that, I would build statues of Pokemon for them, like Blastoise and Charizard, and they were actually pretty accurate too.
That's crazy. I would love to see one of your old statues.
Yeah. We had a lot of Legos.
See, at my school, we just didn't even bother with, like, not doing it until rainy days. We would just play Pokemon, or we would just do stuff with Pokemon cards, like, right on the playground. Sometimes they would blow away. So I kept mine in a binder too. I had a big binder full, and I specifically remember there was a Genesect on the cover. Did you have any experiences with stealing, or like with people stealing your cards?
I had a couple. I think I actually stole a couple cards from people. So never anything too extreme, but I got a couple EXs.
See, you were the stealer. I was the one getting stolen from.
Were you the one who like legitimately bought the cards?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I would
when
buy
I did it
after tin after tin.
When I did it, I actually I didn't. So someone gave me, like, the first card that I ever got was a Beedrill. And for some reason, the way that we played on rainy days, like, for some reason we only played on rainy days, not on the playground or anything like that. I mean, like, obviously we would trade cards, but I assumed a lot of cards. I ended up, so the way that we played the Pokemon battles is that we would do it, and then the winner would get to, like, choose a low-level card of the other player's choice to keep, which was pretty cool. So, and I was pretty good at it.
That's just gambling essentially. That not even essentially. That's
Yeah.
just gambling.
Yeah, we were gambling, and it was really fun. We had, oh man, we had a great time. I remember this. We also used to trade Legos. We traded Pokemon, and then later on in like so fourth grade was more Pokemon. Fifth grade, or no, wait, yeah. So no, I traded a lot of Legos too with like a certain group of kids. I think Gibson might have been one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know,
in
but
case any of you are wondering, Gibson will be joining us in future podcasts. He couldn't make it to this one.
yep, he's old man grid.
Just say Jacob.
Jacob. Yep, his name's Jacob. But so it was this group. So no, it was so it was this kid named Noah Bates. I don't think that you ever met him.
Oh, I know. I knew Noah Bates, but
you know Noah Bates?
Probably not use real names.
Well, so there's this kid. Yeah.
I'll bleep it out in the recording. I'll bleep it out in the recording.
Yeah. Well, I'm streaming, so.
Yeah. Let's call him Nicholas or Nick. Let's call him Nick.
And Andrew just said in my chat, we all know Noah Bates. Wait, Andrew, you're watching.
Call him Nick.
And then he says Nick is a bad name.
Exactly, it's perfect for him.
All right, so we had Nick, and then we had oh man, how am I gonna say?
Tell
am I just gonna say it and then you're gonna bleep it out?
Yeah, I can bleep it out. Say the name once and I'll bleep it out, and then yeah.
All right, Ethan Weber.
Okay, yeah. Let's call him Evan.
Evan. I knew it, Evan. Do you remember Evan Moreno?
Yes. Yes, I remember. I remember. I'm gonna call him Ian Blank. That's what the name is gonna be. Yep. Do you remember? Yep. That's the one.
Yep. That's him. Name. There was a song about him that he made about him living in a dumpster, but.
That sounds about right.
But so Nick and Ethan. I can't do this, can I? So weird.
Nick and Evan.
So I'll just say this group.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, no, we used to trade Legos all the time. We would sit on the back of the bus together. We would do this stuff, and so I had these really old like Bionicle containers where they would all fold up into them, but I filled it all with like minifigures, and so we would all trade our minifigures. And so this one kid named he doesn't go to our school anymore. His name was Camden Cross.
I think I remember him.
Yeah. I actually cheated him out of the fully gold I cheated him out of the fully gold Lego Ninjago character, like the green guy.
Crap.
But the fully gold one.
Yeah,
and so that was a big deal back then. Yeah. And I kept it. I gave him back the helmet, but I kept the rest of it. I said I lost it.
Oh.
Yeah. It was, oh man, that was a dark day.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of like all my experience with Pokemon. I mean, like I never really did anything else with them. My mom, I think, stole my binder and burned it.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Heresy.
She had me read a book about Pokemon or demons.
What? You're joking,
yeah.
Right?
Nope. Another like an extremist, one of our friends, not my mom's friend, not my friend, gave us a book about how Pokemons were demons, and she had me read it.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. And then I went on the GBA emulator. You remember that thing?
Yes.
And I played all of the Pokemon games.
Can I share an embarrassing story about Pokemon?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've actually got two. Okay, so first off, there was let's call him Andrew. He didn't even go to our school. It was before I transferred. He I want to preface this by saying I was in second or first grade, so bear with me. He cheated me at. So I decided to trade him 2 or 3 completely blank, completely new notebooks for school for a Reshiram card.
What?
Which he never gave. Yep.
Dang.
That's the extent of the story.
That.
He had an ugly
That
face.
is.
Just saying.
That is cold.
I think his family wasn't doing so great financially, but still. So that's story 1. Then, how do I... There was a guy that you know, but I'm not gonna say the name of. I'll tell you later.
You can DM it to me really quick.
I can't because I'm recording Discord. So, and my phone's up here. So
I DM'd Andrew really quick. I just turned off my screen for a couple seconds.
It's fine. Anyway, let's call him Ethan. Yeah, that. Keep in mind, his name is not Ethan. It's just that I couldn't think of anything that starts with an H. So, Heathen it is. Okay, so Heathen, so this is the era of the Genesect binder. What he does is he took a bunch of my cards, because basically we had like lockers, but there wasn't any locks, and during recess you could openly access your lockers, which meant you could openly access anyone else's lockers. And there was, like a tray at the top and then a backpack hook on the bottom. So I would hook my backpack on the hook, and then I would put my card binder on the top shelf. So at some point, I guess he saw that, and he took a bunch of my cards, the really cards that I guess he liked, put them in his took them, put them in his binder, whatever.
No,
wait, and then he said that another guy, let's call him Tommy. He told me that Tommy took my cards and put it in Heathen's binder. That's what he told me, and I believed him. And Tommy got in trouble because I said to the teacher, "Miss Teacher Woman, Tommy took my cards and put them in Heathen's binder." And thank you. Okay. Cool.
Whoa, was that a slushie?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, bad.
Living it up.
I mean, not great timing, but that's okay. Okay, so yeah, and for some reason the teacher, believed me, because God knows why, and and he got in trouble. Now, you know how I had that phase where I just threatened to kick people in the shins for fun?
Well, no, you did kick me in the shins for fun.
I didn't say I didn't make good on the threats. I'm just saying I made threats for fun.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
The one time this was used for sort of good, I threatened Heathen after a while. I eventually realized that he had ripped me off, so I threatened him to give me them back by threatening to kick him in the shins, and he was like, yeah, I traded him away, and I was like, yeah, I don't believe that. I partially believed him, but I didn't completely believe him. So I just kept threatening him, and eventually I squeezed out a Steelix EX and a Lucario. That is what I ended up getting back.
He stole those from you?
No, he stole like a ton of cards. It's just those were the two I got. I don't think I even owned either of the two. I don't think he actually stole either of those two, but it's something I got back in return. It was just a very bad trade deal.
You know what I'm actually gonna do? I'm gonna put on a little bit of music over the thing, just some lo-fi.
Okay, up until this point, I'll have music over it anyway. So, actually, since I won't hear your music, I'll put my own music over it in post.
All right.
Yeah, your camera really does look bad.
Yeah, I need to get a webcam eventually. Yeah. But yeah.
Oh, you have any? Okay, what are your experiences with like gaming in the classroom? Because with the emergence of like Chromebooks and tablets as a learning resource, there's a lot of games you can access.
Yeah, back to like the Lego thing where we were playing classroom. Like that was before we got computers.
I can't imagine
that was
why.
Before we had. Yeah, that was before cool math.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, we just didn't have like our own computers that we could take out at any time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then that's where it all went downhill.
Yep. Okay, so I guess I'll share a story first. So we in 3rd and 4th grade we couldn't like take our Chromebooks with us. It was kind of like you would there was this big cart of Chromebooks, and you had a number, and you would take out that Chromebook, use it, and then put it away and like plug in the charger.
Yeah.
And then it would be for the next class. But you would also have to remember to sign out, because if you didn't, then
someone could get all of your information.
I mean, we were like 3rd and 4th graders. It didn't really matter. It was more like
they
would see what you were
doing.
Do you
remember?
Example, you first.
Yeah. Do you remember that all of the email addresses were like
the
number, number, first letter, last name,
it was like
email address, and then all of the passwords were the same.
Yeah, it was like
the teachers as well.
I shouldn't say that actually.
Well, I'm not gonna say that. It's not our password anymore. It's not like
it has the abbreviation of the school district in it.
Oh crap! Yeah.
So never mind. You didn't hear anything.
Well, Evan.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that we're calling Evan.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
I hacked his account. Hacked. Logged on because he asked me. He couldn't figure out how to transfer a file.
Okay, so real quick, in 6th grade, how you can open Crosh with Control.
Yeah.
So I opened that and I ran top, and I left it because I think we did the same thing in 5th and 6th grade where we would like have to remember to sign out. And
in middle school, we got around.
When the next person opened up the computer, they saw top running, and they were like, "Mr. Blank, what's going on?" And he had to pull me aside the next day and say, "Ben, have you been hacking?" It was great.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, but back to the whole.
That is great.
Yeah, back to the whole signing out so that people don't see stuff thing.
I signed on to the principal's account.
I want to hear that next. I remember specifically, at one point, I was doing like an English assignment or something, and I was listening to music, and Doki Doki Literature Club was like super big at the time. Yeah, so I was listening to, I can never remember if it's My Reality or Your Reality. That song, you know exactly the one I'm talking about. Is it My or Your?
Yeah.
It's one of the two.
Do you know this? Like, when you said Doki Doki Literature Club, I thought instantly, when you said song afterward, I didn't know what you were going to say, but I thought you were going to, like, talk about the Stipendium about it.
No.
The Stipendium song about it is good.
Yeah, but I was listening to My Reality, and since it was from the OST, the, video, I guess, of the song was just a bunch of anime girls with the name Doki Doki, or with the title Doki Doki Literature Club, and
Oh, I bet that
Swedish
wasn't
letters.
good for more.
So
Yeah.
I forgot to log out. So when the next person came up, they opened it up, and it was just a bunch of anime girls in tight school outfits.
Oh.
And so I remember one of the twins, let's call her Jenny, came to me later in the day and was like, "So people in my class saw what you were listening to," and I was like, "I don't care," but yeah, that was a point of contention.
That's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Wait. Just a minute. Just a
Did you
minute.
forget what you were gonna say?
Yeah.
Okay then.
I
Then I'll go again, I guess. You try and think of what you were gonna say. So the Chrome Web Store, although it was blocked eventually, like you couldn't get anything from it.
Did you like? I didn't know that it was ever available.
It was available at least in 3rd and 4th grade, and because of that, I found all the games. I found Little
Flappy
Alchemy,
Bird.
and then I found Little Alchemy, started playing, and then soon
That was
everybody.
so good.
I say everybody, but it was just my class because let's be honest, you didn't really talk. To
I
people
played.
from
I
other
played
classes.
that too. Well,
Yeah, I mean,
I think I met you briefly in 5th and 6th grade.
yeah,
but
5th or 6th.
But we really got to know each other in like 7th
Yeah.
and 8th grade.
But yeah, so
Or in
I
8th
found Little
because we had
Alchemy.
lunch.
I found a couple others, but mainly Little Alchemy. Also, We're Not Ants. If anyone knows that game, please
I don't.
let me know.
What is that game?
I will have to show you it. It's an experience, dude. We're Not Ants is a good game.
Really, when you say that most of the time, I end up regretting downloading the game.
Yeah. Yeah. But for real this time, it's good. But so amidst all of this, basically I was in this group of 3 that the trifecta of gaming disaster that would just play games a lot. We had this one little corner in the back of the room where whenever we were given free time to do whatever, we would all huddle back there and play. And
Who was it?
Who was it? It was I'm gonna say Brody Walters, yeah, WOLNTERS.
I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, and so him and Jay Pojinkle, Jason Pojinkle. That's
Jason Pojinkle.
Yep, that's the names we're going with. You know exactly who I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, those 2. And the one game that I didn't find that one of them did find, PBS Kart Go or something like that.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was a website where you would design your own go-kart. It was a PBS Kids
It was
MMO.
a hit.
Is what
That
it
one,
was.
like that one
that's-
was big for a while.
Mhm. It was literally just a PBS Kids MMO. And I remember the coolest thing was that there were like not hub worlds, but like worlds with big.
Yeah.
It was a PBS Kids MMO Metroidvania. That's literally what it was. You would go and collect parts in these big mazes, and then you could craft stuff. It was what?
PBS Kids used to be so good. Now it's
Yeah.
just games that actually teach you how to learn things.
Yeah, so I went back to the website semi-recently, and unfortunately, the website's still up. They haven't sold the domain, but the servers are completely down.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Chicken Cyborg Banana. Yeah, AO Podcast, am I right?
Yeah. So, this, like, trifecta of gaming disaster had some crazy moments, but one that I always remember, back when the 3DS was cool, I really, really wanted a 3DS, because I had a DS, and there were all these cool games that I wanted to play, like, you know, Mario Maker and Smash Bros. And, like, all that, and I'm like, I want to do this, but my parents wouldn't get me one, which, I mean, fair. But,
Yeah.
I said to myself, how do I get a 3S? And so I, on my school computer, went to eBay and started. I was in the process of making an eBay account when
On your wait, on your school
yeah,
email.
and then someone, let's call her um Mackenzie, let's say, not actual name.
You should DM me the name. DM me the name later. After
Sure.
this.
Mackenzie
Alright.
Bistro. Mackenzie Bistro. That. How about that?
I don't know who you're talking about. So
Great. I will tell you later. Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, she goes, ha, ha, Ben's making an eBay account, and then the teacher just like, and stalks over, and I'm like, crap. And yeah, I had to, I had to learn without my computer for the next couple days.
Crap.
Yeah, I was so
They
close.
threatened that to me a couple times, but I never got caught.
Yeah.
I used to be such a creative child.
What? So, did you remember your story yet?
No, but I can tell you another one.
Right. Shoot.
Yeah, another one about classroom gaming. So, for some reason, do you remember when? I think it was. Yeah, I know it was 5th grade. When the Google Doodles phase, where everyone was playing all the old Google Doodles. So I did a lot of like the Rubik's Cube, and you know the one chili pepper thing.
Yes, that was
like that. That was one of the best games.
Yeah,
like
Chili
the
Pepper
Doctor
one,
Who.
Valentine's Day one, and there was always good Halloween
That was
ones.
good too.
Those were the three.
Like 5th grade was when when the what's it called? The Valentine's one came out, like the pangolin one. The pangolin one.
Yeah.
That one's good. It's still good.
I came back to that one like this year and just kind of got the best time I could, and I got in like the top. I was in like the top 10,000 something, and that I felt like
we should do it. Yeah, we should do a playthrough of it on stream.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be cool. Okay,
would be cool. We can do that later.
Since you mentioned the Scoville Google Doodle, I gotta flex real quick.
That was good.
Don't really have anywhere else to say this. So my family and I recently kind of got on this kick. Well, I say recently, but it was a couple of months ago that this happened. We got on this kick of trying increasingly hot things, and it started with the habanero. I don't remember how much Scoville it is, but it's not.
Do you mean habanero?
Habanero. We tried a habanero first, and I was like, man, this is hot. So then we got a Carolina Reaper, and I was just like, I mean, I'll try it since it's the hottest. It's 2 million. And then they're like, oh no, we found stuff that's hotter, and I'm like, what? My life is a lie. There's stuff hotter than the Carolina Reaper. So yeah, I just kind of passed on that one because I'm like, if I'm gonna try something hotter, what's even the point with this? But then we had to choose between the Devil's Toe, and no, I'm not kidding, that's the actual name.
Oh.
Which is made of it's a sucker made of Carolina Reaper extract that is about it's over 9 million Scoville heat units. And the world's hottest chocolate bar, which was also made from Carolina Reaper extract and also over 9 million. We eventually went with the chocolate bar.
Yeah, so would I. I mean, like, I feel like it would be a little bit less.
Yeah, so I said, okay, everyone's done this already. How do I show off? And so what I did was I did it without drinking or eating anything. No milk, no nothing. Until the burn entirely disappeared. So I sat there for an hour, or it was actually probably like 30 minutes, but it felt like 3 hours, just burning my face off as my dad ate ice cream while watching Liv and Maddie. Like, and then we found the Death Nuts.
Oh.
5 increasingly hot peanuts, all coated in different extracts. The final hottest peanut measuring over 16 million Scoville heat units.
So it's like, it's nearly double the Devil's Toe. or
And
the
so there
chocolate
was
bar?
this on the website where we bought it. There was this challenge posed by a couple who basically like found the hottest things they could find and just ate them. They posed the challenge: eat each peanut in turn without milk, and you got to do one, wait 30 seconds, then the next, and so on until you get to the fifth one. And after you eat the fifth one, wait 5 minutes before drinking or eating anything. I said to myself, cool. And then, I kind of ended up trying them later than my family because I had a thing. And they were like, yeah, your mother, she did the challenge. And I was like, okay. If I do the challenge, then I'm equal to my mother. What if I go above? And so I did the exact same thing and didn't drink or eat anything and just did all 5 and I cannot describe how horrible of an experience it was.
You're a stubborn kid.
Yeah. It was very hot, but that was like, it was doable. What was worse was after the hotness pretty much died down, it was like, man, my stomach kind of hurts. And then over the course of like 10, because it went from like kind of mild stomach pain, and then within like 20 seconds, it's like I had stomach pains, like really, really mild stomach pains for like 5 minutes, and then over the course of the next like 10 to 20 seconds after that, it went up to like here. It was like I was doubled over on the ground with like I went and got a wet cloth and put it on my head.
But you still didn't drink anything.
No. So yeah, I just kind of laid there on the ground in the fetal position, like that is the exact sound I made. And here's the thing, though, no like actual physical harm came, other than just emotional harm, generally. And as such, since I know I would have no physical harm if I did it, I would do it again for like $10 or $20.
I'd pay you to do that on stream.
I have extra death nuts. We could do the death nut challenge. We could. That actually is a good idea. That's a good idea.
It's like so. I don't know if you ever saw it, but So Bad Boy Halo, I don't know if you know him. He did like the super spicy hot wing challenge the other day. Like they almost killed him, honestly. I probably wouldn't survive the death nuts, honestly. Oh, wait, I have a funny story to tell.
Yeah?
So it's not anything near as extreme as the death nuts, but it's so I did this really weird thing whole summer, like last 2 summers ago, where every morning I would go take a shower and I would turn the shower to the hottest level to take the pain.
Just to like wake yourself up, or what?
No, to submit my body into taking the pain.
So, wait. What?
I would subject my skin to boiling water to
Why? 1 second. I need
because
to check something real quick.
And then my skin got used to it, and so I just started showering normally, and now it always feels cold. But yeah.
Yeah, that's
just a weird thing. But we gotta do the death nut challenge, like
on stream, on recording. Yeah.
How about if we both get?
We can bring a couple of our other friends on too, because I have like 5.
How about if we both get to 30 followers, then we'll do the death nut challenge.
I don't want to restrict you like that. I'm not gonna get to, unless you count YouTube and Twitch, because then I'm like pretty close to 30. I guess if you count both, let's.
Oh, by the way, you should plug your channel on the podcast.
Okay, you know what? Here, I'm gonna watch this. This is a genius idea. Wait, where's the exit full screen button? Okay. There's that. So I'm going to change the. Actually, no, I've got this. I got this. You said plug my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do what's called a pro gamer move. Just give me a. You just fill time real quick. Just talk about another story. Just whatever you want.
Guys, all right. So I remember in 7th grade when we all got our own computers. I would always. So we discovered this website called it had GBA's Game Boy Advance games. The first ones that I ever played on it, we played the Pokemon game. Like Pokemon games, my favorite was Pokemon Emerald. So they had Pokemon Ruby, Pokemon Emerald, and Pokemon Sapphire. Pokemon Emerald was my favorite because it had all the legendaries and not just one. But I also loved the Kirby games. I loved the Kirby games. They were so good. And then there was Metroid, there was Super Mario, Sonic. It wasn't a GBA, but it was still Sonic.
Still counts.
It was really fun. I used to play them all the time, and they were really great. Honestly, like they were some of my favorite games. And I've gone back and I've played some of them recently, and they're so much fun.
Yeah.
Right, Ben, you wanna plug?
Plug what?
Well, all right. Continue.
Yeah, I put it already in the thing. Never mind. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be in the podcast.
You found that website, actually. I believe that you found that website for us.
Maybe. I don't think I found that one, but I think I found quite a few. Okay. So after the whole Chrome Web Store thing got blocked, we had to turn to other things to, get our fix on gaming. And
Chrome Play Store.
Yeah, you see where this is going. And eventually our Chromebooks, they got a touchscreen feature, and they also added the Play Store. I'm sure it was just like a Google thing that got added to every Chromebook.
Yeah.
But obviously the school was like,
okay,
don't do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they blocked every app on the Chrome on the Play Store.
For the school accounts.
Yeah. Eventually, don't reveal the punchline. Eventually, someone figured out that if you go into the settings, go into your Google Play Store accounts, because you can access that from the settings, and then added your personal non-school email, you could then go into the Play Store, switch your account to that email, and then use that account. And it had unlimited, unrestricted access to games and stuff. So everyone was just, watching YouTube. So you could get DuckDuckGo or another private browser, and you could actually look at legitimate, blocked websites, like porn. That's really all I can think of. But yeah, you could literally go anywhere.
Game websites. Cool Math Games.
I mean, yeah, but Cool Math was still unblocked at that point. Mostly
until it got you had to pay membership to play it.
Actually, I think I was one of those people who used the Play Store thing to look at Prawn. Yep.
What? All right. Well, let's say goodbye to stream.
This is
goodbye,
the
stream.
New Age Gaming Podcast signing off.
Yeah.